What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and in this video we're going to be going through some of the stuff that we recently picked up at a thrift store several weekends ago. Now we picked this stuff up on, I think it was the same day, it might have been the day before, but I think it was the same day as the stuff that we picked up in the previous video from Ross. We were out of town going to a bunch of different stores. Went into a thrift store that actually had some pretty cool stuff in it. So we're going to go ahead and go through this bag. And obviously, as you can see right here to the left, we got some Power Ranger items as well. But I'm going to set the bag to the side, start pulling stuff out one at a time, and just kind of filling up the table with it and show you all what we got. So give me just a second and we'll get started. All right, now that we're a little closer. So first, right here, you can see that we got some of the Imaginext Zords. We actually got Dragon Zord, and then they had Mastodon and Triceratops. So the smaller ones, I think, were $2 a piece, and Dragon Zord was only $5. Now, he doesn't have his missiles or Green Ranger, doesn't come with the remote control, but the battery terminal did look good. He's in pretty good shape as well. Little sticker peeling right there, but overall, he's in pretty good shape. So $5, you can't really beat that. So we went ahead and picked all of these up. Once again, none of the smaller ones came with missiles or anything either, just the Zords, but that wasn't a bad price. All right, now I've got those pushed away. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling stuff out of the bag here. This bag is almost completely full. The first thing I wanna show here is, so they had this mask. This is just like a generic kind of Halloween mask. Looks like it came from Spirit Halloween at one point. I think the mask was like 25 cents or 50 cents or something like that. But my youngest really likes Doctor Doom right now. Big fan of Doctor Doom. So I saw this and I was like, you know, I could probably modify this into a pretty decent Doctor Doom mask. And then they had over in like the little Halloween section, they had some costumes. And it's going to be kind of hard to fully undo this, but they've got like this green cloak. Well, it's more kind of like a robe, I guess. But anyway, it's that green color, and it's going to, I think, make a pretty decent cloak for a Doctor Doom costume. So we're actually going to try to, you know, modify this and get it to where it needs to be. It even has a hood. I'm trying to undo it. It's kind of like wadded up. All right, here we go. So here's actually the top. So this is the hood that's on top of the costume. And then the rest, like I said, it's like a giant kind of like robe. So it's gonna look pretty good. I think this is gonna make a pretty decent Doctor Doom costume. And I think the costume was like $4 or $5. So for basically $4 or $5, because this was 25 cents, probably going to be able to make a pretty decent little Doctor Doom costume, cosplay. So that was pretty neat. All right, next thing we got here. Sometimes I just pick up random little stuff. For like 25 cents, they had this like little wooden box. Which, once again, always looking to do like custom stuff. I don't know, looks pretty cool. Might even make a decent little like power coin display, if they'll all fit in there, I'm not sure, and then paint it or something like that. But got a little wooden box. Set that right there. All right, next up, we got a bag full of little Gumby figures. So there's the larger ones and there's a few smaller ones. So there's a small Gumby and Pokey, and then there's a larger Gumby and Pokey, and then the girl, I don't remember what her name was. I bought these, I think it was like $5 for the whole bag. But I picked these up because I wasn't sure if they were like vintage Gumby figures or not. But even if they weren't, you know, I remember Gumby. $5 for a bunch of Gumby figures wasn't bad. But after looking these up, like modern Gumby figures, I think these are the newer, some newer ones. I don't even remember if I saw a date on here or not, but I'm pretty sure these three larger ones came in a set that was released probably within the last 5 to 10 years. It actually had 2 other figures with it. It's like going for $35 or so right now. So that's not bad. I got 3 of the 5 of them for $5. Plus, there is a smaller set of Gumby and Pokey figures that were released not too long ago. Like I said, within probably the last 5 to 10 years. Maybe a little older than that, but they're not like original Gumby figures from way back in the day. But for $5, got a bunch of Gumby figures there. All right, what else? We have an action figure. So pick this guy up. This is a DC figure. Very, very detailed, very cool figure. I think it's around the 6-inch scale, maybe closer to 7-inch. It's a DC. I had to look it up. I'm not real versed on DC. I'm definitely more of a Marvel person, but I think he's called the Demon. He's definitely a DC figure. And we picked this up for like $4 or $5. Not because I collect these or because I want to. It's just because, you know, highly detailed, articulated action figures are very good for custom work. So I might definitely be able to turn him into something in the future. So for $5 or less for a good action figure, I'll usually pick it up because there's always probably something that I can do with it. So we got that for $5. Pretty sure it was $5. Oh, this right here. This was awesome when I saw this. So for all my Digimon fans out there, they had this framed picture, you know, with a glass cover of Koromon and Tai. And I thought that was like really neat. I mean, it's still in great shape. And I actually got this for $1. $1 for that. It's awesome. That's definitely going on the wall. I'm going to stick it here in the back. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. All right. What else we got here? We've got a book. So I have a ton of these. I probably have at least 6 of them. But they had one of the It's Morphin' Time books from the Parachute, you know, press book line. They came out with a lot of these. But it was in pretty decent shape. Doesn't look like any of the pages were like ripped out or really mangled. I think one of the photo pictures is separated a little bit. Yeah, it looked like it completely separated. But this was like, I don't know, it was like 25 cents or less. And it wasn't too bad a shape. So I just went ahead and picked it up. Got a Power Ranger book. We'll stick it there in the back. All right, the rest of the stuff is pretty much DVDs, kind of filling my physical media collection, which I always try to do. And a lot of these are brand new. So for example, I got a sealed copy of the Gremlins Special Edition, and these were all 99 cents. So we picked that up, got Gremlins there. So for all the single like movies, so like for Gremlins, for example, they were 99 cents. Any kind of like seasons or anything like that were $1.99, I believe. So they had a sealed, it's had the plastic ripped off, but it's never actually been opened. They had season 1 of the X-Files. So I got that for $1.99. And then they had volume 1 of Futurama. So actually snagged this for $1.99. So I thought that was a pretty sweet find there. And then the rest of these are all the same, not the same DVD, but they're all the same show. We got The Simpsons. So they had the complete first season of The Simpsons. This one actually looks like it's been opened, but all the discs are in there. They're in great shape. A sealed second season. And then we had the sealed third season. And as you can see, all these have Best Buy stickers on them. They look like sale stickers. So at one point they were $32.99, more than that before that. The complete fifth season. Then we had the complete seventh season. Once again, these are still sealed in their original plastic. And we had the complete sixth season. Now, these were only $4.99 a piece for the larger seasoned like box sets. So the single DVDs were 99 cents. Any kind of like regular DVD cased multi-disc stuff was like $1.99, and then the like larger complete seasons of things were like $4.99. But these, all but one of these, or two, I think this one's actually been opened, are still sealed with their original Best Buy stickers on them. So we got what, like the first 7 seasons of The Simpsons for $4.99 each. I'll actually have a couple more things in here. I didn't see them at the bottom. A couple larger things of like acrylic paint that they had. That's still in good shape. Once again, I do a lot of like custom and craft stuff, or at least I'm starting to do a lot more of it. And these were like, I think they were like 5-10 cents a piece. And you can't beat that because they've hardly been used. I mean, they have been used, they've been opened, but they are still pretty much completely full and still in good condition. So got some paint. I'm gonna go ahead and back this up real quick and get kind of everything in the shot here that we got. But nice little trip to a thrift store. Like, you never know what you're gonna find in a thrift store, especially like small town, you know, thrift stores. I mean, you've got your more well-known ones pretty much, you know, like Goodwill and things like that. But when you can find smaller thrift stores, like, you never know what you're gonna find in there. And some thrift stores are weird. Even today, like with Goodwill, their prices are getting really kind of ridiculous. Something that you think should be 10 times more is like super cheap. And then something that you can literally go buy brand new at a different store is like twice as much at Goodwill. I don't know how they do their pricing really. I'd be very curious to see what goes into that, if someone's just like guessing or if they have some sort of a system that they have to go off of. But yeah, this thrift store was very reasonably priced on a lot of their stuff. And so just walked around and grabbed some stuff that I wanted. Not very expensive at all, great prices. So always check out your local thrift stores, and thrift stores like when you're on vacation or you're out of town. If you've got some time, just go thrifting. Go into some thrift stores, some consignment stores, and see what they got. You'd probably be pretty surprised at what you find in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I kind of like to share with you guys, you know, when we go out and find stuff and get stuff. It's fun to come back and kind of share with you what we picked up and kind of what we paid for it, and what you can find out there. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So until next time, everybody, I will see you next video.